Do you think your kid may be on the autism spectrum and you don't know what to do? Well, I have autism expert Anna Anselma here to give us some practical tools on what to do next. Coming up. So I drove all the way here from North Florida to South Florida to interview my friend Anna Anselma. She's the director of the Social Mind Center, a center that is committed to equipping, educating, and empowering families that are impacted by autism. Welcome. We're glad you're here, Miss Anna.
Thank you.
So you might be thinking that your kid is on the autism spectrum and you don't quite yet know what to do. We want to give you 3 helpful tools that might help you as you're discovering if you think your kid might be on the autism spectrum. Tell us about these 3 tools that we can offer them if they think that their kid might be on the spectrum.
Well, first, if you think your child's on the autism spectrum, you may be seeing some unusual behaviors or behaviors that are unexpected or not typical compared to other children.
What might some of those behaviors be?
Unusual tantrums at unusual times, right? And over peculiar things that you don't see, it doesn't make any sense. Or too many tantrums or sensitivities to noise, to light, and it's causing tantrums, right? So you're just a little puzzled.
Yeah.
You know?
So I can imagine that if some of our parents out there are experiencing these things, they might get pretty frustrated, pretty anxious, pretty angry.
Yes.
What do you have to suggest to them?
Well, first I'd say think symptoms. Think, is this a symptom of something that, a unique condition that my child might have, which could be autism, or it could be sensitivity to hearing and sound, sensory issues. There could be many things, right? So think symptoms. Don't always think, the way we always discuss it in the center is that every behavior has a reason, what's behind the behavior, right?
Good.
So, you want to think symptoms, and then you want to think structure. Sometimes children are anxious, or sometimes children need more predictability to remain calmer, right? And so structuring your life a little better, a little more order in life and predictability can help with those behaviors. And then if you really see a continuance of these behaviors, pursue a specialist. And there's several specialists that you can go see so that they can confirm that your child has autism, or just confirm that they do not have autism, and perhaps there's other issues or not. But
what might be some of those specialists that they should look for?
First, I would say that if you're thinking that it's autism, that you go to someone who specializes in diagnosing autism. There could be a psychologist, it could be a clinical psychologist that can evaluate your child. It can be a neurologist, and it can also be a behavioral pediatrician. And there are speech and language pathologists that have great experience or just specialize in the treatment of children on the autism spectrum. They can give you some flags that they're seeing in the child's speech and language development that then can guide you in that process.
Awesome. Well, so if you're thinking that you may have a kid who's on the spectrum somewhere, first we want to encourage you to think symptoms, not just behavior. Might kind of release your heart to engage them as symptoms and not behaviors, so that you might not get quite so angry or frustrated with them. Think also structure your family, structure your lifestyle. Anybody who is autistic will do better with structure, right?
Absolutely.
And even if they're not on the spectrum, then we could all do better with a little bit of structure.
Children thrive in structure, yes.
Yeah. And then finally, find a specialist. She laid out a whole bunch of those that you should look for. So thank you so much. These are some great tools that we want to offer you if you think your kid may be on the spectrum. So we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.